Find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Second down at 5. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. He'll buy some time right. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense. So after the INT, it's Brady.
That'll be caught. It's the tight end Howard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On first down, Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Buccaneers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Buccaneers 7, Panthers 0.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. This is McCaffrey. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. And let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. And it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep, Antonio Brown. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it. And
the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Buccaneers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now 14-0.
Buccaneers 14, Panthers nothing. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Hey, check Mike. Mike 6.
Now Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And incomplete on the deep ball. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Brady. He completes it to Evans. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Brady now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
This is McCaffrey on the give. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd down and 8. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. There he goes again, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Looking downfield for Godwin, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Brady going to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Now Brady again. And looking again for Gronkowski. He's got it this time. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Flush to his right. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Again, it's Brady. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Here's Brady to throw. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is now 21-14.
Panthers 14.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, it's Brady. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there.
And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady. This is caught by Antonio Brown. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And that last throw, folks, one to remember. That moves him past Peyton Manning's mark of 5,477 yards thrown for in 2012. So this is the all-time record now for yards passing in a single season.
Cue the confetti, right? And knowing him, you know he'll pass the credit along to his receivers, his offensive line, his coaching staff. But let's face it, we have to acknowledge what a season he's had, and that can't be denied.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On play action, now Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 10, Brady looking downfield for Godwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And will tie our game here in the third. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Brady. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Shotgun now for Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Brady to throw again. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that. And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Brady. The quick slant caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. standing right on his own 5-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. Oh, what a catch. It's Godwin. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Fournette, a first down carry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, but now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 161 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll run with McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Panthers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And that's going to be caught. It's Rico Gafford. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now a run with McCaffrey. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run.
Push him back. Mike 54. Mike 54. Pretty quiet, team. Pretty quiet. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Darnold now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Darnold. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady. That's complete. Bernard. And down he'll go at the 25. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw, it's Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Able to shake him off. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though he threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Brady going to throw here. They'll swing this out to Fournette. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Darnold. And that's That's going to be incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Darnold to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the Buccaneers have just about sewn up this football game. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Brady going to look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure, he's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this